between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Hey, 15. 61. Matchbox, right.
They begin the drive with Charles. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
The extra receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returnable for Lockett. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll run with Jackson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Here's Hill on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelce on the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
We want it. Come to my world. Slam.
Here's Charles. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Watch the slant. Motion. 50's the 15. 50's the money. I got one. Delta.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he's going to go down again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check 26.
Now Jamal Charles on 3rd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Tighten up. Flip.
The first down throw for Winston. Allen here on the screen. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now a give, right side. Jackson. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it.
Baby, let's go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Jackson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. On second down, it's Jackson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second and 9, Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On third and long, it's Mahomes. Dancing under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start. But, boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, and his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming. Kill. Check 4. He's checking. Crash. Alert 3, alert 9.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And going. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They run on first down with Jackson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be. Not
just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing, Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Gonna let one fly for Rupp. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now. It's Jackson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from. Ready. White 25. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Green, triple C. White 51.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out. Not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Me, I got him. I got motion man. Me, I got this. Mike's 50. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing. Sunday.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Screen, triple team.
On the carry, it's Jackson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain. There to make it 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 34-yard line.
51 to Mike. Wait.
From the gun, Winston. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
We got this.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike's 59. I got you.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Steps away to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Mike, check, 59. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Pick it up, Mike's high.
Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be third and goal. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It's complete to Lockett. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now the throw on third down. Knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go.
Hey, 57, 57.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tighten down. There you go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Hey, 43, 15.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hold the look.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught here by Adams. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it with Jackson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Oakland, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.